How are you doing? It's me, Sam. Here's part 2 of my little series on pentatonics. If you missed part 1, you can click this video up here and it will open in a new tab and you can watch it later. So anyway, cracking on with part 2. So this is a group of 12 that I'm using, and it's primarily on just these lower strings, so the A, the D and the G is what I'm on today. I'm going to go through each position now, just talking about the fingering that I like to use and the picking and a few tips on each one. So here we go. Position 1, here's the lick. And again. Okay, so position 1 is really nice because my first finger gets to play half of the notes, like I was saying in part 2, which is really good because your first finger tends to be the strongest to begin with. And the others catch up, but to begin with, the first one rules the roost a little bit. So let me break this lick in half. I find that a really useful thing to do when I'm teaching licks. If you can make things into more manageable chunks, then it's easier to get them. So the first half goes like this. Okay, so what I'm doing there, I'm getting fret 5 on the D string, which is the root. I'm in the key of G minor again today. I'm going 5-3 on the D, 5-3 on the A, 5-3 on the D. Okay, that's the first half. I'll definitely recommend working just on that to begin with. And then the second half goes like this. So it just descends. Okay, that's on the G, 5-3, 5-3 on the D, 5-3 on the A. Put that together. And again. So like I said, the fingering isn't really an issue, but what I find is the picking part is usually the more difficult thing. So my favourite alternate picker is Paul Gilbert, and in his instructional material he always talks about placing the pick on the side of the first finger like so. And what that forces you to do is it forces you to bring that thumb with like the fully bent knuckle, okay, which what that does is it gives you a 45-degree angle on the pick to the string, okay. And the reason why that is so effective is because it lets the pick glide over with minimal friction. If you're parallel to the string, so here's me at a 90-degree angle, the pick is really fighting to get over, because there's more resistance. So I think that's the main reason why players like Paul Gilbert like to use that 45-degree angle. And it also changes your tone a little bit, which is quite nice. So here we go. Now something else to note is all of the movement is strictly from the wrist. There's nothing going on within my hand. Once I've done that, oops, I dropped the pick. Once I've done that thing of putting it on the side of the finger, okay? Right, position 2. Position 2 is a little more fiddly than position 1. Reason being the stretch is bigger. So here's the lick in position 2. Okay, so it's stretchier. I've got to use my pinky for a lot of the notes there. And of course the picking is exactly the same. Let me break that in half again like I did in position 1. And the second half. First half. Second half. That's a great way to practice it, like I said. Divide and conquer. It works. position 3, and if you watched that last video that I posted in this series, you might remember that position 3 is my least favourite because it requires a position shift. Saying that, I'm not doing one within this pattern because on these strings that I'm on today, the A, the D and the G, I'm not required to do any shifting because it's all fitting within frets 7 up to 10. So I have one finger for each of those. Here's the lick. And again. So the fingers that I'm using, I'm strictly staying on that one finger per fret technique. So let's see, I start off with my pinky and my middle finger, which feels really weird to begin with. There's the first half of the lick, and again. And then the second half. First half. Second half. So that feels weird. Let's see if I can speed that up a little bit for you. So a bit of a difficult one there. Okay, position 4. I like position 4. It works really well. Here we go. And again. In half. Other half. Okay. And again, I'm just adding just a tiny amount of palm muting just to really tighten up the sound there. If I do it without, it's not as tight. I find that easier to get fast results with a little palm muting on those lower strings. I think something else that palm muting does as well is it stops the string from flapping around as much. And that's kind of the battle when you're picking fast. You don't want the string to be flapping because, of course, it makes it harder to be precise. So tightening up the string with a bit of palm muting like that is a really effective way to get better at alternate picking. And sometimes I like to accent by not doing it to the G string. Okay. Right, position 5, nearly there. Position 5 is another one of those weird fingerings where I'm doing this pinky middle finger combo, which is difficult. Here's the lick. And again. Half of it. Second half. So I start in pinky to middle. Pinky to first. And then. Okay, then we're back up at the octave. And there we have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button and come see me for some more guitar videos. I post every week, so there's lots of content on here. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.